I'm at the Capitol Museum, which looks to be like the world-class museum I've been wondering if Beijing had. Apparently it does. It's not really in the city center, it's off line 1 though. Mushidi is the stop. And it's free. And it looks like you could easily spend a day here. But we'll see. B1, 1, temporary exhibits, 2, ancient capital, history, culture, Beijing, 3, selected works, cultural relics, Beijing. Then they've got opera, Peking opera on 4, ancient Buddha statues, porcelain, 5, stories of the capital, Beijing's folk customs. And also on each level, if you go over to there's an east and west building. Audio visual, painting, calligraphy, bronze art, yan, ancient jade, Buddhist pagodas in the Beijing area. We're off Fuxing Men's Street here. Earlier today I did the military museum, which is closed for renovation, and the art museum that's over at the Millennium Monument, which was not much going on there. This is a special exhibit. No flash photography. I got the audio guide, which is free. Let's see, Li or Rite, or the ritual system, highly praised by Confucius and had maturely developed during the Western Zhou dynasty and become the norm of behavior. According to the Book of Rites, the wedding ceremony or rite was the most fundamental rite among other ritual ceremonies at the time, but in fact the funeral and sacrificial ceremonies were more solemn and honoring the deceased, and a cozy and harmonious atmosphere was usually created to make the banquet go smoothly. Ba, as a vassal state of Zhou dynasty, its people considered the ritual norms as moral principles in their daily life. They naturally accepted those ideas from the ordinary ceremonies to standardize the political ideals or social ethics. Surprisingly, the state of Ba was not recorded in any historical documents, and no one knew it until the discovery of the tombs of Ba in Shanxi province. 10th century BC, a princess of the state of Yan married a noble of Ba, thus we could know what happened to her. Harmonious light, the state of Ba in the eyes of the Yan princess. It may be quite true that a successful marriage could only help keep the family clans thriving and prosperous, but also secure the family members blessed and favorable in the future. The reason why the bronze wares owned by the Princess of Yan were discovered in Shanxi is that she might have been married to Prince of Ba's state. Thus we assume that the two noble family clans probably expected to be benefited in the form of marriage connection and add glory to their names. Discovery of the state of Ba. Yesterday I went to the Poly Museum over by Dongjimen, which is a pretty good museum. It had a great collection of bronzes, a couple of which look like these, and a nice audio guide to go with it. Gui food container, inscription by Zhang, Western Zhou dynasty. So I'm a little overdone with the bronze Guai. I went to Ghost Street, named after that, but I didn't walk all the way down and see the big one they have at the end of the street by Beijing Chow. Stop off line 5. Ghost Street's a bunch of food, and it's named Ghost after Guai, the Food vessel, gooey. I think it's pronounced gooey. Gue. So ghost. Street. It's a bunch of food. Western Joe. Gets real lively Friday, Saturday night. People sit on the street shucking their crayfish. Square ding cauldron inscription. Bojo ding. Ding tripod cauldron phoenix shaped legs. Gooey food container with whirl shaped pattern. Give it a whirl. Blow up helps you. Script inscriptions on the inside. Family clan names. It's the state they were found in. Shanxi province. These are the areas of Shanxi province. 2007-8. There's a nice big tripod ding. Western Joe ding tripod cauldron beast face design. Tao Tai. You see the face? Talking about tombs now, I guess. Tumuli. Gooey tripod food container. We're still in the Western Joe here. 1046 BC 771. Lee tripod cauldron. Do food container. U vessel. Oil lamp with human shape support. Pottery food container. You can see you take the lid off there and it would double as your plate. Long distance marriage. Don't we all have long distance marriages? What's wrong, honey? You seem distant. He wine container made for Key Marquise of Yan. Marquis of Yan. The wine container made for Ke Marquis of Yan. The baby likes it. Some chariot scenes. I'm a baby and I approve. I'm a baby and I approve this message. We got a nice lug handle there. Rotating lug handle. Yue wine container with inscription of Yan Huji. Some wine cups. How's a baby? And I approve your message. What is this, a candle snuffer? You a wine container with overtop handle and tapir shaped ears. Looks just like the one they had at the Poly Art Museum. And they hammed it up about how unique it was. And here's another one across town. Same exact style. Jue wine vessel with inscription of Jizhou. Sometimes I wonder how much of our culture, modern culture, could be lost because digital is not going to stand the test of time, let me tell you. The only way digital could stand the test of time is if you start broadcasting everything out as waves in outer space and they just travel forever. Then there'd be some way to like find out where they would be at a certain time and intercept them. Again, send a high-speed spacecraft to intercept your own transmissions of a lost civilization. Locking hub to the axle of a linchpin. Horse. Ornamentals of bridle. Still in the Western Joe. Chariot bell and a Luan bell. Jade ornaments, Western Joan. Earth from tomb number 1, Daiheku Yichang, County Linfen, Shanxi Province. Fishy. More fishy, froggy. They got a little froggy. And a bunny. More fishy. Sacrificial ceremony, important event of the state. Monarch of the Ba carried out sacrificial ceremony for the purpose of showing gratitude to the ancestors, parents, earth, heaven, and nature for having attained blessedness of those benefactors. The ceremony itself was considered as an event as crucial as military operation. Precision wedding. Square ding cauldron with beast-like face design. Now here's how we're going to do it. The bride and groom are going to walk down the aisle together. Then we're going to have a big cake. Then we're going to have a party. You throw rice. You. That's where rice throwing actually comes from at weddings. It's from China. Or Japan maybe, I don't know. Gooey food container, B-shaped ears and dragon pattern. Fire pattern. Jun wine container with phoenix pattern. That's interesting. I have to wonder how these looked without any patina on them. And they're all shined up. It's like trying to match in the Statue of Liberty. Gold ritual wear. What's the museum? The De Young Museum in San Fran? It's still coppery. Starting to show a little bit of patina on it. Proto-porcelain dew food container. Stoneware. Proto-porcelain. It's fired at like 1100 degrees. And the clay is not worked as well. Cowlin. Jade axe head. Jade neck ornaments. Jade ornaments. Ghee dagger head. I'm going to stab you with this. You get off my corner, I'm going to stab you. Jade ritual wear. Semi-annular jade pendant. Jade chi battle axe head. Pottery Jua wine vessel, proto-porcelain jar. Proto-porcelain John wine vessel. Yue wine container with overtop handle. Steamer and container. I like to make xiaolongbao. Xiaolongbao. Xiaolongbao? Xiaolongbao. That's a soup dumpling. It's so good. You suck the juice right out of that thing. There's a plate, a pan container. Funeral ceremony, honoring the dead as the living. Ba people express reverence for life. Book of Shunji. Honor the man during his life and after his death. Principal idea, funeral ceremony. Dang tripod cauldron. Jua wine vessel. Basin with phoenix pattern. Dings, he, gui, ding. Yan, steamer with 4 legs. Gui food container. Mega rasa beef bowl. Wine container. Lacquer long table replica. Lacquer dew food container replica. Lacquer long table replica. wine vessel replica. Jade ornaments, silkworm, annular ware, chi battle axe head, bronze chisel, pottery tripod jar, pottery gui food container, pottery jar, pottery gui food container, Lee cauldron, pottery dew, pottery basin, Chun wine container with large mouth, pottery pot with lid, lacquer wine vessel in shape of a beast, dry rotted, dehiscence, lacquer wine vessel, beakers of lacquer, lacquer dew food container, lacquer scepter, lacquer long table, lacquer wine vessel shape of a horn. Wow. Lacquer tends to peel off when it dries after a couple centuries. Flakes off, takes paint with it. Had that problem with the terracotta warriors, didn't they? Paint was flaking off like a few hours after they uncovered them. Lacquer long table. They finally figured out how to stabilize some of them. Lacquer Lee wine container. Lacquer figurines. Tomb number 1. Number 1 tomb. They have some of this stuff at the Poly Art Museum. There's people picking mulberries or something up top, and then fishing and arrows shot at birds. And down below, some sort of dragon boat race here. Sword, spearhead, gi dagger head, chai halberd head, gi dagger head triangle blade, dagger head with cloud and thunder design. Yue battle axe head. The banquet ceremony, social order reflected in ritual behavior. Banquet was held ceremonial activity by the Ba people during the leisure time. Proper dining etiquette at a banquet was to require the attendees behave seriously in public. They treated each other politely and tenderly. Concept here is that a social individual must now must know how to treat other social members with respect in a society, and this is like guiding more principle of state governance. The monarch of Ba made himself an example to others in keeping the moral principles for public behavior in his state, which could guarantee that people would live a harmonious and peaceful life in the state of Ba. Do as I do. Let's say Zhang. Oops. Zhang, chime bell. Yang, chime bell. These are the vertical clangers. Gu Dao. Gu Diao. Niao symbol with beast face design. Here's the symbol of the exhibit, the jade deers. Well, I got 2 jade deers, one for each of you. These tomb paintings or fabric that they found. Looks like fabric. Banquet or ceremony. They've all got the Jew in front of them. They're pouring wine for their lost homies. This one goes out to all my lost homies. You gotta pour a little bit of your 40 on the cracked pavement of the ghetto. Ding tripod cauldron with cloud thunder and beast face design. Square ding cauldron with 4 legs. It's unusual to have a ding with 4. Usually there are 3. Ding tripod cauldron, straight legs. Ding cauldron with Ku monster phoenix shaped legs. The heck's the Ku monster? Beast face. Beast face. That sounds like something you'd call someone in middle school. You're a beast face. Gooey food container. Circular base, dragon design. It's getting daunting. They're all about the same here. I uncovered about 100 of the same ones. Gooey food container with square base. It's song. Round heaven, square earth is the idea. Yi Ewer with ridge pattern. That's their gravy boat. Would you please pass the gravy boat? Hand basin. He Ewer in the shape of a bird. More Jua. Gosh, they got a lot of this stuff, don't they? G wine vessel. Inscription Shifu Ding. U wine container with overtop handle phoenix design. Let's watch the white-gloved archaeologist fumble around here in the archives. He's saying, look at this animal mask design here, abstract. It's raised on 2 or 3 layers. It's fabulous, and basically it's a marvel of bat bird. Ooh, it's a pot. Inscription on the inside. Oh, almost missed this. Epilogue. When the perfect order prevails, the world is like a home shared by all virtuous and worthy men are elected to public offices, and capable men hold posts of gainful employment in society. Peace and trust among all men are the maxims of living. All men love and respect their own parents and children, as well as the parents and children of others. People care for the old and young. This is just meaningless. Utopia. Perfect world. I don't understand that at all. I hate those like propagandist translations where you don't really get anything out of the translation. You're like, okay, that's nice. Sounds good, but it's not telling me anything. Museums are good places to shop, but you gotta drop a pretty penny for a lot of their stuff. I need some caffeine, gotta admit here. I'm running kinda low. That Polka Sweat didn't do it for me. Oh, tell me they've got diet soda. I could use the sugar.